All right, we're back. Thank you to our sponsors.
Yes, sir. The Chart House Music Group. Y'all know what it is, man. Thank you to the Chart House Music Group for sponsoring the Levels podcast and for always being there. You know, they pay the bills, y'all. Make sure we keep bringing y'all good content, And thank all of y'all for continuing to watch, man, and continue to mess with us, man. You know, the Levels family is growing and growing, and we appreciate y'all. We're going to keep bringing y'all the best content ever. We are currently in Atlanta, Georgia. We're still here.
Salute Atlanta.
Having a great time. Salute Atlanta.
I love
Atlanta, we love you. All the way from Baltimore. Y'all are almost just like us, but you have a different accent.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
They support a little more, though.
Where we're staying looks a lot like West Baltimore. I'm just saying.
Charles got to do better.
Shout out to this crib. This crib is dope, though.
Crib is dope. We pulled up, though. Like
definitely in the motherfucking hood, you heard me, Dummy.
For sure.
We definitely in the hood, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit, it's like Atlanta.
For sure.
But it's good fried fish and all that kind of shit running around here, though. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of fucking Atlanta women are around here. Like, this shit is crazy out here. So shout out to Atlanta for all of the great sites. Brother. And you can look.
Okay.
Shout out to Atlanta for all of the great sites and the fun, and you know what I'm saying, having the good food. Appreciate y'all.
Great peaches.
Yeah, you said what?
Great peaches.
You gonna get in more trouble for saying that than anything.
Great peaches?
Great peaches. All right.
Georgia peaches.
All right, because that's what. Yeah. All right, yo. I'm gonna end this one right now. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna drag me down that rabbit hole, bro. We have had some great interviews. Shout out to everybody that's interviewed with the Levels podcast. Sure. We really appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying, gracing our platform, you know what I'm saying, and giving our listeners something, you know what I'm saying, to hear. What else is good, though?
Man, I can't even front, bro.
We did not get a chance to get into the studio.
We did not get in the studio.
We were supposed to have been in the studio.
We were supposed to be in the studio.
Thanks.
I reached out to a couple studios.
Right.
A couple didn't answer. A couple were booked.
Atlanta studio, step y'all game up, man. Like, seriously, bro.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? One thing about Atlanta, there are no good producers in Atlanta.
I don't know anybody that make beats.
I don't know nobody that makes beats in Atlanta. Shit is ridiculous. Honestly. I mean, I'm just saying.
How can Atlanta not have any producers?
They have some, but it's like you either really, really famous or, you know what I'm saying, you trash. Like, it's just weird about Atlanta.
Oh, especially female producers. I haven't seen one yet.
I don't know any. Like, I mean, I looked all over Instagram, couldn't find any. Shit is, I mean, honestly, it's pretty embarrassing.
Why can't they have not one female producer? Like
how, yo? How? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, since we couldn't find anybody that was an actual female producer, what we did was we kind of were riding down Cascade, and you know, we figured local Atlanta person, hey, come on in, get on the podcast.
Hey,
facts.
You should have saw her face when we were saying there's no producer.
She was out there selling peaches.
No comment.
Hey, yo. Facts. She got money.
It's the peach state.
Welcome to the Levels podcast. Polka Dot Beats.
She was a good sport. You should have saw her face.
She was a really good sport. She didn't really know what was happening at first.
I truly didn't. But
she didn't know what was happening at first,
but
then she came back and she was like, "Wait a minute, what?" Like, so no. Appreciate you for being here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys for having me. Seriously.
No doubt.
New York's own, Atlanta.
Yes. She Atlanta's own now.
I was born in Brooklyn.
You Atlanta's own. You've been here a long time.
How long you been here?
Almost 16 years.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You don't even know nobody in Brooklyn no more.
Damn.
You don't even know nobody in Brooklyn no more.
Yes, I do. My whole family lives out there. What you
That don't count.
How?
None of the homies, you know any of the homies, you don't know nobody outside no more. 16 years?
Not really.
That's a long ass time. You from Atlanta.
On the brim of her bucket hat, it says "Forever I Love Atlanta."
It does.
Edit that out. No.
She is from Atlanta. Brooklyn, you lost one.
For sure.
I love Atlanta.
Sorry. Nah, seriously though, man. Nah, Atlanta has been super dope.
Yes.
Polka from New York City, Brooklyn, New York.
Yep.
Now in Atlanta. How does that happen?
Woo, coming out of college. I actually went to college in Florida, so that's a little unknown fact. I went to FAU for a little bit and then
Okay.
moved back to Brooklyn because I was partying too hard and I was a straight A student and I failed.
Wow.
So you got a taste of freedom and just went crazy.
Yeah, one of those good girls gone bad type of situations. So I moved back to Brooklyn and my mom and my dad got pregnant with twins. Mind you, I was 20 years old with no siblings.
Oh, wow. So now you're 20 with like babies.
Yes. So the whole plan was not to raise the kids, well, excluding me, in New York. Like, let's move to Atlanta. There's more space. It's cheaper and all that good stuff.
Right.
So we're going to come down here and
I got to just
make
turn
a
my
life.
thing off. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pardon me, y'all. I just got to turn off my whatchamacallit.
and just make a life for ourselves. And
Yeah.
bought a house and forced me to come. I did not want to come out here.
Oh, wow.
I did not want to leave my people in New York.
That's what's up. Okay.
Why not?
How, I mean, this is, you said you're 20 something at that point, right?
Ooh, y'all giving my age away.
No, I ain't say when.
At this point, I was about 20.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
So why didn't you want to leave your people?
Because it's my people. I grew up in Brooklyn. You know, I went to college in Florida, but a lot of people, I don't really care about the Florida scene, but, you know, it was my people. Like, my family, everything I knew was there, and I did not know not one soul in Georgia.
So why did y'all choose Georgia?
The price of the cost of living, you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
The space.
Makes sense.
I don't know about the education part, because that part, like, I don't know.
Okay. But that makes
They
sense.
say
though.
Georgia schools are pretty trash.
Right.
really?
There's some counties that's trash.
Okay. See, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody decides to come here. So
Right.
did they come here? Are they here too?
Yeah.
Your
They
parents?
live in
Okay.
Fayetteville, Georgia.
In Fayetteville.
Yep.
Okay.
They live about 20 minutes away from me.
Got you. So
Yeah.
you came down. You're 20 something. Do you go back to college
Yep. Went to
Okay.
Clayton State.
and majored in what?
Business.
Okay. I mean, why you say her the business?
Well, I wanted to be a veterinarian,
Okay.
and that didn't work out. They didn't have that major, so I went to college for business.
Oh, okay.
Major switch.
Right. So then, okay, should we start with the fitness? Yeah, that would be the beginning.
Yeah, let's start with the fitness.
That would be the beginning, right?
Before the beach. Yeah, let's start with fitness.
How does the fitness come into play? When and how does fitness come into this whole scenario?
All right, so I guess backstory. I grew up a tomboy, so I used to play sports. I actually had a scholarship to play college soccer.
Okay.
Oh, like that.
You know what I'm saying? A little West Indian thing, you know?
Right.
But I've foregone it and decided to stick with the fitness part.
Okay.
But honestly, I was not taking care of myself. When I moved down here, I was like not sleeping, just doing artwork for people, just going crazy with
And
it.
grinding. Yeah.
Right. And unfortunately, my brakes got pumped in a major way. I got into a serious car accident and it turned everything around. And that's when I really got back into the core of my fitness
Okay.
and whatnot. Which I got a little thick moving down here, but I was like, you know.
So you started the fitness thing in New York.
I was playing sports in New York. I used to play
Okay.
basketball growing up, and I played soccer, but I got really good at soccer. I was like
Okay.
tri-state area's one of their top left wings.
And then when you got down here,
It all
then
cut
the-
off.
The accident. I mean, you
Yeah.
weren't really into it that much, and then the
Not
accident happened.
no sports at all.
Right.
Just went straight on into artwork. I'm like
Right.
I'm left-handed, so everything artistic under the sun I
Yeah.
do.
So you're a creator.
Yes.
So I got a quick question.
Yes.
You say you got a soccer scholarship,
Yes.
but you turned it down. What made you turn it down?
I had educational scholarships as well.
Okay.
And I did not want to commit to that because in New York I used to get harassed on the way home from games because I was good. So I used to have females getting on buses and following me to my block, and I did not want that harassment going forward. So
Oh, okay. So it was like a bullying thing.
yeah, absolutely, because I was really good, and
What? That's
yeah,
crazy.
I had
that's
people
crazy.
try to injure me. I had a cousin that was on the opposing team, She did not let the coach know. Crazy story. The coach told the players to injure me.
Wow.
And she had to report it because it was like, he doesn't know that that's my cousin.
Right.
So yeah, it's been
Damn, that's crazy,
crazy,
man.
yeah.
So you come down to Atlanta. If you don't mind telling me, how did the accident happen? You don't have to go into crazy detail, but what happened.
You can ask me anything pertaining to it. In April of 2008, I used to, like I said, do artwork for people. So things like your backdrop and whatnot, I used to just paint that on people's walls. I used to paint on clothing. I just was my own business owner thing.
Right. Okay.
And I drove around. I didn't sleep at night, and I did not sleep for 3 nights. Mm-hmm. One of my friends came down from Florida, one of my college friends, and said, hey, let's meet up tonight. It's my sister's birthday. And I was like, well, I didn't sleep in the last 3 days. If you call me by 10 o'clock tonight,
right,
and I'm not asleep, I'm going to come.
I'm going to go. Okay.
All right. Had my first car. 9:58, this man called me. It was right before 10. I started to fall asleep on the couch, and he called me. So I got up, walked out the house, got in the car, started to drive downtown Atlanta. One thing that never happened, my check engine light popped up. I got a little bit scared because I've never had a car. I've never had a check engine light.
Right.
All these alarms. Driving on 285, and I look up, I kid you not, there is a sign overhead that said to turn around. If not, and I was just like, turn around? What? Kept going. So I went to meet up with the guy and his sister, and I want to say I was there for maybe 2 hours. Get in my car, and as soon as I got in my car, I fell asleep before I even turned the ignition on.
Oh, wow.
So he tells me, and funny, I was with him last week. He tells me that he hits me and it was like, you know what? And no, I was not drunk. He tells me, yo, you gotta sleep. You gotta sleep.
Right.
Let me sit in the car with you. I was like, nah, I'm gonna blast my beats, turn the window down.
As everybody else does. Like most
I
people,
didn't know,
that's what they would try to do.
The cold air and the loud music.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go. So I just turned on my stuff and I started to go down to apparently the wrong part of 285.
Oh.
And I fell off of a bypass. At this point, I'm sleeping. So I fell off the bypass and was not wearing a seatbelt. My head went under the dashboard and the rest of my body was outside of the driver's window. So I broke my C5, 6, and 7 vertebrae.
Damn.
Yeah. And at this point, all of these details came from the person that found me.
Okay.
He got some help for me, and apparently by the time the paramedics came, because he thought I was dead. He said there was blood dripping up my face, because at this point I'm upside down. And I was completely still. But he managed to get my phone, which was in the car, and he called his number. This is how, to this day, like, I'd never met him, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is how he was able to find out if I was alive or not. So he gets my phone, calls his phone, throws it back in the car. And apparently by the time I was in the ambulance, I coded. I flatlined. And none of this, of course, I remember.
All right. Okay.
And I was resuscitated, but I still was unconscious until probably like 2 days later.
Wow. Shout out to the Good Samaritan that helped.
Yeah,
because, had he not done that, who knows?
Who knows
what
what happened?
I mean?
Yeah.
By the way, he only stopped because he saw a mattress on the side of the road, and he saw my car on fire.
Oh,
so my car was on fire as well.
While you were,
it's a limo driver. It was prom season, so in Atlanta, proms are around between January and April.
Angels are real. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah, that is crazy.
He was going out the fire in the car, and he saw my legs hanging out the window. That's how he discovered me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something else, man.
I woke up a quadriplegic.
So you woke up quadriplegic. Okay.
feeling nothing but my face.
Wow. Is family hit there at this point? Like you wake up, is family there? Do they know
At the
what's
time,
going
I
on?
was still living with my parents,
Okay.
and they thought they thought it was weird that I did not come home.
Okay.
They called my phone apparently like several times, and they were able to retrieve my cell phone and called the house. You know, back when the answer
Oh,
machines were
right,
popping.
right. Okay.
And I heard months later when I got out the hospital, I heard the voice message because they saved it. It was like, your daughter is in critical condition. She may or may not make it right about now, but
Wow.
if you get here,
Yeah, they said that on the voice.
my mom definitely fainted.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, I heard the story. She fainted,
Wow.
but got in that car and sped her butt down
Right,
to Grady
right.
Hospital.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Grady.
Shout out to Grady Hospital.
It's kind of
Save
like
them
in
folk.
Brooklyn, Killer
Right.
County.
Right.
They save you with traumatic experiences,
Right.
but don't stay there.
Don't say.
Don't.
Shout out to them, man. Nah, they saved. So, you said you woke up 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at this point, and this is all important because we're gonna get to this right here. Quadriplegic. That means you can't feel anything but your face. You can't move your arms, your legs,
Nothing.
Paralyzed completely.
My voice was
How-
as deep as yours.
Yeah. How long did this? How long did that last? And what was the rehabilitation like?
Well, for one thing, because I shattered so much parts of my spine, they tried to put a halo on my head and not have to go through surgically and just like realign my spine, but it didn't work. So they had no choice but to take pieces of bone graft out of the back of my hip and 6 titanium screws, and it's like a 14-hour surgery, and basically screw my neck back together.
Wow.
And with that, they didn't plan on me being, able to do anything. It was just to align my neck. It's like, you're already paralyzed. We're just trying to make sure your neck is straight.
Yeah.
So I was able to, I want to say about a month later, I was able to actually move my upper body, but it was like, you're absolutely paralyzed at this point. Shout outs to you moving your hands and everything, but you're done.
Yeah.
So, weird story. At this point, I'm in the hospital for about a month after my surgery and everything, and a white woman that looks like Ellen DeGeneres was on the wrong floor and came into my room by mistake. She was looking for somebody else. She was like, God must have set me in here because I was supposed to be seeing somebody else. And I was like, well, what do you need? She was like, wait a minute, are you paralyzed? I said, I don't ever want to say I am. I've never said I was until after I walked again.
Right.
I was like, I'm not going to
Okay.
say that. And she was like, that's the thinking I need. I was like, why? What's up? She said, I represent a place named Shepherd Center. It's a real, that's where Christopher Reeve did his recovery.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay.
And that's right by Lenox Mall. So she was like, I'm going to get you out of here tomorrow. Because I was in the dark.
What?
Literally in the dark in the room. They didn't turn the TV on. They treated me so horribly.
That's
I had
crazy.
bed sores.
Yeah. Wow.
So she just happened to come in my room. She was like, I'm going to get you out of here by tomorrow. It's like, you're right. She made phone calls.
Right.
She got me airlifted out of there. The
That's
next
what's up, man.
day.
So where's mom and dad at this point?
They
Were
was
just
coming
kinda
in.
okay,
every
got
single
you.
day
Okay.
they would come.
Got you. Okay.
They didn't really want my brothers at the time. I have twin
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah.
They were too small.
They were little. Yeah.
Right. So after visiting hours, they would take the lights off, take the TV off, and leave me alone for the rest of the night. So when that woman walked in the room and got me
Right.
out of there,
Right.
blessing.
Shout out. You got you so far, was that 2 angels for you right now?
Yeah.
So I got a question.
Yep.
While you were going through that, I mean, if you can remember back then, in your mind, did you think that you would never walk again, or in your mind, did you like, nah, I'm gonna beat this regard? I don't care what they say.
I was in disbelief that I couldn't feel my legs. So my mom never even said it to me. When she came in every day, she would not say I was paralyzed. When the doctor said, close your eyes real quick, and it was like, what am I doing? And I'm like, tell me when you're doing something. He said, open your eyes. He was literally punching my legs.
Wow.
And I was like, okay. But for some reason, I just refused to believe I'm paralyzed.
Okay.
Right.
So in dealing with it, It took a lot of my mother, to be honest with you.
Okay.
She's one that says you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. Like
Right.
for real.
No, yeah.
So when I got to this Shepherd Center, the rehabilitation center, they were very positive. They was like, even if you don't walk, we're gonna make sure that you have the most successful rehabilitation there is possible.
That's what's up. Shout out to school.
Right.
Absolutely.
So Mom Dukes used to come in every day,
Right.
and I can't believe I'm saying this. She would read the Bible to me every single day, right?
Word?
While I'm
Okay. All right.
while I'm laying down, and she was like, "When I'm not
Shout
here,"
out to mama, man.
For sure.
she was
Mom's
like, "When
holding
I'm
it down.
Yeah. She said, "When I'm not here, talk to your body, talk to your body, and command your body to work."
Right.
It's powerful.
Nah, that's powerful, man. C.T. Fletcher says the exact
Powerful,
same
yeah.
thing.
Speak it into
It's
existence.
like, yo, you talk to your body, you tell your body what it's gonna do. That's crazy.
And I remember I was laying on. I had my hospital bed, my rehab bed, and there was a sheet that separated me from the other patient. The other patient was like a 50-year-old white woman, and her mother, who was like 70 at the time, would open a curtain and was like, "What are you doing?" And my mom was like, "I'm telling her to speak to her body, and I'm reading the Bible to her." She was like, "I'm gonna do that as well." I promise you, one day, it's a Saturday morning, I'm laying down and I'm looking at my legs, and I was like, "All right, guys, at least my feet. You gotta move,
Yeah.
move." And I saw my toes move.
Get the
I
fuck
kid you
outta here.
not.
That's like
I kid you not.
Beatrice Kiddo, bro. That's some Beatrice Kiddo
I
shit.
kid
You ever
you
seen Kill
not.
Bill?
Yes.
It's just like in Kill Bill. That's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Kiddo over here for real. That's
I kid
crazy.
you not. I kid you not. Like I haven't told a lot of people this, but
Yeah.
and when I saw it move, I was like, okay. I got really excited. So
Right.
the doctor comes in like an hour later, and I was like, my toes moved. You know what he told me?
What?
It's an involuntary nervous reaction. Your nerves are damaged. It's involuntary. I said
Hater
for it to
ass.
move.
You's a fucking hater. You's
Right.
a hater, doc. Sorry.
I said, I'm going to get it to move.
Right.
It's like, no. I kept doing it, and my mom came in like a week later and was like, do it again. And she saw it. It was a wrap after that.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I kid you not. Like, my whole process was very quick after that. Once I started moving my feet, everybody in the hospital was like, how is she doing that? And I actually stood up for the first time.
What?
Like,
Right?
man,
That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy thing,
man.
man. No, shout out
That's
to
what's
you,
up,
the
man.
strength that it takes to even go through something like that in the first place, and then to come out of it. So we're at you walking.
Thank you.
Straight
Here's
up.
the other thing. You remember the white lady I was telling you about?
Right.
She had a worse injury than me. She followed the exact same steps I did, and that woman walks to this day.
Wow,
Like-
that's crazy. Shout out to mom. Mom, you're out here healing the world.
Believing in prayer, man.
Yeah,
They got it done,
like,
Mom, dude.
if I was about to not believe
Mama
before,
Dot.
Yeah.
Mama
Dot
was
is
on
out
point,
here
y'all.
healing
Mama Dot
the
was on
world.
point.
You heard me. That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. So Mama Dot gets you back on your feet, literally. Right? When does Polka Dot Beats start?
Let's take a quick break, bro. And then we're going to get in.
Perfect. Oh, perfect.
We're gonna take a quick
dun,
break.
dun, dun. Good job,
Then we'll
bro.
get into
Really?
Polka Dot Beats.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that your way of having good timing or something? I don't want to end it that way.
We have perfect timing, bro. We're the Levels Podcast.
No, I don't like the way you came in there perfectly like dun 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 on the next episode. Like, all right, we'll be right back on the Levels Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You are now tuned in to the Levels Podcast, brought to you in part by the Chart House Music Group. For all your music promotion, marketing strategies, and career branding needs, we in the house, the Chart House Music Group.
And we are back on the Levels Podcast.
Yes,
Thank you to
sir.
our sponsors, the Chart House Music Group. We're back. I don't know about you. I almost cried. I was this close.
That's why we had to take a break, man.
No, but yo, listen.
We had to wipe all the tears.
Don't tell me. Guys, come here for a second. Hold on a second. So, I really, I was like this close, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, me too.
Very unprofessional.
I had one right here. That's why I went like this.
No, that's what I had. It was coming down, and I just sucked it back in. I was like, "Get back in there, nigga." And went back in.
I'm glad you did. Yo, one more thing.
Yeah. What's up?
Our executive producer's now fired.
Yo, he's fired.
He came down here
Empty-handed as fuck.
empty-handed.
As fuck.
With no drinks.
In front of a guest.
In front of the guests.
In front of the guest.
Family.
Guys,
What do y'all
sorry.
think?
What do y'all think, man? Right underneath this video, or if you're watching on Spotify, comment whether or not we should keep James around.
Hashtag keep James around.
Should we keep James
Y'all just let us know, man. All right. Okay, everybody. Shh. So, Polka, what we just talked about there. So after the accident, you are now on your feet. You are now walking.
Yeah. Did not have full ability to use my hands though.
Okay.
Part of my injury affected my nerves in my hands, so I was only able to use my thumb and my index finger. So I had to have electric shock therapy to open them back up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now here's where it gets amazing. Through all that, regaining the use of your entire body, just about, right?
Literally. Yeah.
How is Polka Dot Beats born? Like what?
Where did the name come from first?
Facts.
Dumbest story. Facts. I was always K-Dot because my name is Keisha.
Okay.
Such a typical Brooklyn 80s baby name, but
right.
I'm Keisha.
Okay.
Hey, Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
How are you guys?
Nice to meet you.
But I made a beat because I started making beats before my accident, but I was not the greatest.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it because I grew up listening to Timbaland and Swiss Beats, and Pharrell and Missy. They
Shout
were
out Virginia.
They were my favorites.
Yeah. Right.
What? Missy especially, to know that she's produced her own. Missy, and to be in a male-dominated world, I was like, when I was growing up, I would listen to the song, but I was not really listening to the words.
Yeah.
I would just be listening to the beat. So I'm like, damn, how do they do that? So a friend of mine brought me a Fruity Loops CD and told me to load it.
The crack version.
Yes.
For sure. That's how everybody got started.
FL5 or something, 6, something. And I was just like, what the hell is this? And I asked people to teach me that are producers. They told me no. It's not something that's teachable. I was like, screw it. So I just started making some little beats. When I got out the hospital and I started walking again, the first thing I did, I made a beat that's very simple. That was around the time when A Milli came out. So I had that type of and threw the 808s in there. And I was like, I'm getting in the booth. Knowing I ain't no damn rapper. But I felt like doing it because at the time...
Right.
This is how Polka was born, by the way.
Okay.
Because I was K-Dot.
Oh, okay.
At the time...
Right. Wait, what?
I was K-Dot. I was K-Dot at the time. Just Keisha.
You were K-Dot first.
Yes. Because I didn't really have a name for myself.
So where did dot come from?
It was K-Dot. I don't know why.
So he stole your name.
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick stole your name.
You're the first K-Dot.
I totally forgot
You
about
are the
that.
first K-Dot. History has just been made.
Top dog. Lawsuit coming, baby.
Lawsuit coming.
No. But I just
Kendrick,
I didn't
she's
know.
on your ass.
I didn't know. I was trying to find the perfect name. At one point on MySpace, I called myself a millionaire heart.
Oh, I'm glad you cut that.
A millionaire heart.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad. Oh my!
That was horrible. I didn't feel
I'm
it.
so glad
I
you did not use that name.
Yeah, y'all finding out some shit today.
Yo,
Shit. Some embarrassing shit.
Okay.
Million what?
We've done this before.
Millionaire heart.
We've done this before. I had
first
some
name
horrible...
Amelia, last name Nairhart. So it's like a millionaire heart. It was
And she would have to explain that every time. Like, yo, a millionaire heart, you know?
Hey,
Look
Polka.
at how Jellz looking at me. Though.
Hey, yo, we about to end this interview, bro. This, nah,
I'ma head out.
Hey, yo.
I'm just telling you, it was
millionaire
trash.
heart.
It was garbage juice. Yeah.
Oh, we know.
It was
Hey, yo. Wowzers. Wasn't expecting to hear that,
You needed
bro.
better friends in your life.
Wasn't expecting to hear that, bro.
I did that on my own. I didn't tell nobody. A millionaire heart on MySpace. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a millionaire heart. Then what?
I'm glad they shut down
Then what?
MySpace. Yeah.
Right.
So I made that beat, and I was like, I'm getting in the booth.
Not with that name.
Not with that. Yo,
No, yeah.
it's a millionaire heart. bitch.
Exactly.
You can't even rhyme that with nothing.
No. So
A millionaire
A millionaire heart.
I got
a millionaire heart.
the end. Like the end. There's
Put
nothing
your
to do
shopping
with
cart.
I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
more.
Okay, so all right, so millionaire heart goes in the booth.
Right. Which is pretty close to here. It's off Old National. I went to my boy, Tampa boy. Shout outs to him.
Shout out Tampa boy.
My little brother. I went to his studio and I let him hear the beat. He was like, "This is slapping."
Okay.
Because at this point, I'm like reinventing myself. I had use of my fingers again. Pause, I guess. Pause on pause.
Nah, you don't have to put your feet
Try
down.
to do my thing, and I made the beat, and he was like, "That's fire." I was like, "I want to get on it. I don't
Okay.
care." So I went in the booth. He turns on the beat, and I just started freestyling. I was like, "Give me some auto tune." This was 2008.
Okay.
Not judge me.
So you made T-Pain too then?
No, this is when
no,
this
no,
is
no.
around that time when auto tune was big, and I just started freestyling, and I said something, and he stopped the beat. He paused it, and I was like, "I'm feeling," and he stopped it. I was like, "In these blank spots, call me Mrs. Polka Dot, call me Mrs. She is hot."
All feeling it. Oh,
Yeah.
bars, bitch.
Okay. So when I said that, I was like, I actually like that, and I like polka dots, and that's when I became Polka Dot from a freestyle because he stopped the beat.
About filling in the spaces.
Because he stopped the beat, and I said, I was like, I'm feeling, and he stopped it. I was like, in these black, and it just started as Polka Dot.
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good story. That's pretty
was a
dope.
Yeah, that's a good name.
It was
Because
a
you were this
freestyle.
close to being a millionaire.
Millionaire heart. Like, what?
Thank God. Shout out to Tampa boy
There's
for
another
stopping.
angel. Tampa boy, you're an angel.
He
Shout out
is.
to Tampa
He
boy
is.
for stopping
He
the
is.
beat.
He is. Shout out to
Straight
Tampa.
up,
boy.
man.
Huge shout
Straight
out
up.
to Tampa.
All right, so all right, you in the booth now. You made the beats. You go in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you keep trying to rap, or does Tampa be like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here, bro"?
No, I just did that for the fun of it. But when I put it
Okay.
on MySpace at the time, an artist by the name of Nookie Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
She was big in Gary, Indiana. Shout outs to Nookie. Her
Shout out to Gary in the end.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
she heard it, and she was like, actually, this is a good concept. And I called the song Happy.
Here we go.
I called the song Happy,
Hey, yo. Go
and
ahead.
it was because I was so happy to be alive. So in the song,
Okay.
I was like, I'm
Makes
happy because, I'm alive. I just got out the hospital.
Right.
So she heard it, and she was like, damn. She called me. She was like, can I use this song? Can I use the beat and that concept? And I sent her the beat, and she did her own verse, and Happy became big in Gary, Indiana.
Oh, that's dope.
up.
Oh, that's what's up for real.
Just off my little concept.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was able to have Shorty Low on my beats because she knew Shorty Low. So everything got intertwined. And
Hold
all
on,
of a
you just
sudden-
told a whole story.
Yeah, everything
about
just intertwined.
What's her name?
Nookie Andrews.
Nikki Andrews.
Nookie
Nookie.
Andrews.
And then you just told a whole story about Nookie. You was like, shout out to Nookie from Indiana.
used to-
And just
then
grazed over.
they just said, and that's how I got Shorty Low on my beats.
It's not something
What?
I know. It's not something I talk
No,
about.
that's a fucking
like,
flex.
I would talk
Fuck
about that.
that.
on Instagram every
Fuck
week.
that.
Niggas would be tired of hearing from me.
Polka Dot. Y'all know that. That shit is hard, bro. So okay, so how does that start? Like, so you do the beat for Nookie, song becomes big. Does she just hit you like, yo, I know this guy?
No, I've done another crazy story. Right where I live, she was
come on.
right where I live. She was like, "Hey, come through to this house studio I'm at, or whatever." I went in there, and it was a bunch of guys from Gary, Indiana. I think they called themselves like Block Entertainment or whatever, and they literally was like, what do you do? I was like, I make beats. What do you use? I was like, Fruity Loops. They
She
started
just started
laughing at
again,
me.
yeah.
Right.
They started laughing at me like, this little chick used Fruity Loops.
Right.
I went upstairs to where the studio room was. I started playing the beats. And it was like, what? They ran up there and was like, oh, nah. And started writing immediately. And they knew the people that was, who's on the radio right now? DJ Oomkamp, the Oomkamp Productions people.
Is this Atlanta radio?
Yeah, this is DJ Monte, all of them that's down here and whatnot.
Block Entertainment is here. They're here.
Yeah.
So I don't know who I really was around, and they heard my
apparently.
stuff and was like,
That's early Gucci and all that.
Yeah.
Block.
they heard
Gorilla
me.
Zoe.
Yeah.
All right, get up.
Yeah.
Leave the studio. We're done. We are done.
I didn't know.
this interview's over.
I wasn't in the music scene. I literally
this-
made beats because I like to hear beats. So I'm like, let me just do
Yeah.
this.
Okay, keep going with the story.
So they start getting on my beat. This is MySpace time, like I said. They start getting on my beats, and I just like to hear people on my beats. I was just like excited. So she came back to me, Nookie came back to me with a track, and she was like, does it sound familiar? And it was one of my beats, and it had Shorty Lo and her on it.
That's what's up.
They, like I said, they all knew each other. They were in the same circle.
Right.
And I did not know it was going to be so, like,
Yeah.
something to this day where I'm like, okay,
That's what's up.
I'm proud of myself. You know what I mean?
Quick question,
Yep.
business major. Quick question, business
I
major.
know. It was a hobby.
That was my next question.
It was
too,
a
bro.
hobby.
We're on
It
the
was a
same
hobby.
page.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. It was a hobby.
These are the dudes, when people say you got to pay your dues,
Yeah.
these are the kind of things that you need to learn as young artists, producers, whatever craft you have to learn by making some mistakes sometimes, man.
You
Who
gotta do
knows?
free
That's a
work,
fact.
man. You
Yeah,
gotta do
because
free work.
you never
That's a
know.
fact.
Sometimes you got to do free work, and other times you can do work with paperwork. At the business right, even if there's no money involved, because you never know which one of those beats or which one of those shows that you were behind the camera on, or which one of those artists that you engineered or whatever else could be the one that's going to blow. Get your
That's a
paperwork right,
fact.
and that's not all about money. It doesn't matter sometimes if you're doing it for free. That's cool.
relationships
That's paying
trump the money
relationships
most of the
trump the
time,
money.
man.
Get your
Yeah.
paperwork right so you can own. And make sure that you're gonna get paid off of it. I was just messing with
No,
you.
it's a fact though. I mean,
Yeah.
and I was like 23, 24. I didn't know.
Right.
I
Yeah.
had never done beats in my life. I just started around that time.
Yeah.
So I
And don't ever expect people that know better to tell you better too. That's
Exactly.
another thing.
Of course
because
not.
her beats are fucking fire,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, she's too young to know any better.
Let's take advantage.
Let's get it. And not that they was doing it maliciously.
Yeah, just
but
her lack of knowledge,
It was
they use it against
their
her.
lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
They use it against you because it's a lot of more paperwork and stuff that you got to go
Yep.
through to get a Swiss Beats or a
Yep.
Timberland. But then you get some super crazy fire from a Polka Dot Beats, and it's like, oh yeah, we don't need no paperwork. You part of the fam.
Yep. Yeah. I got that a lot.
Yeah, no, that's normal. That's normal, and saying that you went through it, and we've talked about that before too. All right, so go on. So Block ENT, that they're getting on your beats.
Yeah.
She comes to you with this song, and she has a Shorty Low feature.
Yeah. I think it was
Wow.
more than one. Unfortunately, I don't know where those songs are. I feel like they're in a CD in my closet.
Oh
right
wow,
now.
okay.
Yeah, before the whole sharing of media.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy stuff is just like I started doing beats really, like I said, just because I liked making beats. I just wanted
Right.
to hear people on my beats. And then it just became more and more people recognizing me for doing it. And one day, I got a call to be like featured on a mixtape. And at that point, like my beat to be featured, at that point I was like,
Right.
because now y'all really about to make money off of me.
Right.
And I'm still, my beat ended up still on the mixtape, but
Right.
the mixtape as a whole didn't do too well.
Okay.
So when you told them no, did you just say no, you can't use it, or no, I need paperwork first?
I needed paperwork or compensation, because you could just throw your name all over the mixtape and it'd be like, oh, that person made the beat. I need my credit.
And what did they say when you said that?
Ain't nobody stealing your beat.
So they still didn't offer anything. They still just used your beat.
So again, the other side of that, copyrights.
Yeah.
You know, learn the business. Learn the business. This isn't a story of Polka did something. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this happens all
day,
the
every
time.
day.
It happens to every creator in every field. This kind of stuff happens. The YouTube creators have come back and be like, such and such stole my YouTube video idea.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. Learn how to protect your creations. Those are your babies. That's why people call them their babies, because it takes so much to put into it. You know, we went through a lot of trouble before the first episode of this show, just so that somebody couldn't swoop in and steal the Levels podcast or steal the Chart House group.
And it's not expensive to do.
It's not expensive to do. You just have to
time.
take the time to do it. And because we could build this up all the way to something big, and then, you know, Spotify could come in and say, no, we're the Levels podcast, and just put 2 new hosts and say, this is us. Now we have it they can't steal our intellectual property. And that's what that is. That's your intellectual property. And the word intellectual means that you have to be smart about what you're doing. So that's one of those lessons learned.
Yeah.
That won't happen to her anymore. You know what I'm saying? And from what I'm hearing, she's in the prime now. So if they was going crazy for those beats, even more so at this point. You know what I mean?
Proud of that.
So the journey is like fucking crazy, bro. Like super crazy.
It is.
Where are you now? Are you still making beats now? What is Polka Dot Beats doing when she's not on the Levels podcast, becoming famous? Shout out to us. Sorry.
Shout out to y'all for real though. I started a beat yesterday, last night. It's just, if I'm stressed and my mind is cloudy, making a beat, creating is what just picks me up. You know what I mean? And like I said, a lot of people do it because they just want to make the money. I still have a passion for just creating a beat. I want people to bop their head. I want people to just like feel it. Because like my Instagram page says, my energy flows through my beats. So people like my energy when they see me making a beat. I mean, I'm in a dominated, male-dominated, even when playing basketball and whatnot, I used to try to be the best at it or really, really good at it. That's just me competing with myself. Yeah. And starting to make beats, you mostly see men doing that. So I wanted to be one of those chicks that's not like extra studdish and whatnot. That's just making something that you don't even know who made it.
So do you have a team now? Do you have management? Do you have a manager? Do you have an assistant? Something like that?
No manager.
Okay. The reason I ask is because it sounds to me like what you're saying is you are in love with the creation part of it, which is dope, as you should be.
Yeah.
There should be somebody handling the business part. You should be making the beats. They should be making the beats yours.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's somebody that should be doing stuff like that for you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I wish there was like some like kind of companies out here in the music industry, in our space, who offered services like consultation.
I think
I
heard
you know what I'm saying?
place.
Like people that have the artist back and teach the artists how to become their own, you know, managers and how to manage their own careers.
Keep going.
There should be a place like that.
I think I heard of a place.
Really?
Really?
Let me think.
What was the name of it though?
Started something with a C.
Do you know where they were from?
Here we go.
I think they're from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Like the logo is like gold,
It's a gold
and black.
I spy something with my little eyes.
Gold and black logo with a C. Yeah. Oh shit. You're right. So, all right. No, that's not them.
I can't think.
Wow.
Chamber.
You should talk to the Chart House Music Group.
Yes.
That is not a shameless plug. I am dead serious.
Of course.
If not the Chart House Music Group, somebody should be making sure that your beats become yours.
Definitely.
And you should be doing the creating part.
Yeah.
Get your beats
Jay-Z-
heard. Get
Jay-Z
your beats
rapped.
out there.
Jay-Z rapped. Dame Dash made sure that the raps went where they were supposed to go.
Yeah.
Until a time where Jay-Z
Stabbed him in the back.
became. No comment.
Shots fired?
No comment.
Shots fired.
Until a time when Jay-Z was able to take over his own career.
Get the.
You know what I'm saying? So there is.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
I would like to be at the Rock
Me
Nation
too. I got a
brunch.
skinny suit.
You're not invited now, bro. I'm gonna be there
Wait,
eating chicken
what?
and waffles with Jay-Z
Hear this dude?
and Meek
Oh,
Mill. You're not gonna be there, bro.
Wow.
Meek Mill not gonna be there.
Meek Mill ain't gonna be there.
Jay-Z, Meek Mill, I love you.
Meek Mill's
Guys
dissing
are
Rick
awesome.
Ross.
Salute to
Jay-Z
both of you
likes
guys.
Ross more than me.
Salute to Jay-Z,
You're not
Rick
gonna
Ross,
be there.
and Meek Mill.
You're not gonna
I'd like
be
to be
there.
at the Rock Nation brunch.
I
Guys.
I'm crying.
Thanks. Wow.
He said
Yeah,
thanks.
I can't
Thanks.
believe this dude.
Wow.
Yeah, you sold
Don't
me
worry-
out.
don't worry, guys.
You sold me out for a biscuit.
Next week, the Levels Podcast with
a dry biscuit.
Envie and Polka.
I'm crying.
The Levels Podcast. This guy. It's not gonna ruin my chances.
I already
It's not
saw
gonna
that
ruin.
coming up.
It's not gonna ruin my chances at stardom.
Polka don't want to sit near
crying.
to
This
you.
guy. This guy.
Polka
This
don't
is
want to be
fun.
near you.
You know?
This is actually fun.
You know, ruin my
I don't want to
chances
be
at
near
greatness.
you. How fast you
What's wrong
throw
with this
people
guy?
under the
I'm
bus?
loving this.
What's wrong with this guy?
Oh,
You know, throw
what?
You know, get my chances at stardom. You crazy? I'm signing away to the highest bidder. He's over
No.
here. He wants to be an independent.
You see this guy?
I'm out of here, bro.
Ryan.
I'm signing
Crying.
away.
Look.
I'm signing all over for the first
Crying.
$1 million.
No.
I'm signing all over for a Rockefeller
Family,
chain.
we're gonna let this dude keep ranting.
He gonna get.
We're gonna let this
He'll
dude
throw it
keep
all away.
ranting, and
He'll
we're
throw
gonna
I'll
take
throw
a
it all the way
quick
for a
break.
Rockefeller chain.
We're not listening to
We'll be
him
right
anymore.
back. We'll be right back.
Ryan.
You are now tuned in to the Levels Podcast, brought to you in part by the Chart House Music Group. For all your music promotion, marketing strategies, and career branding needs, we in the house, the Chart House Music Group.
All right, we're back, man. We're back on the Levels Podcast
Yes, sir.
with
Yes,
Polka
sir.
Dot Beats and Polka's hat.
Sure, that was my next question, man. That was my next question.
What do you got, bro?
Polka, what's up with the hat, baby?
It's my signature. I'm comfortable. I love hats. I did not know where the heck. For one thing, growing up in Brooklyn, you know the little girls, we used to have our little Babs Bunny.
Shades.
No, the little
Visors.
fitteds with
fitted
the
hats,
with the
yeah.
braids hanging out
Right,
under.
right.
And I was just a hat fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to wear a hat similar to this in high school.
Okay.
And I ended up being, as much as I'm a tomboy, was on basketball, I ended up being the class of classiest female in my yearbook.
That's what's
Funny
up.
enough. But I had my last job, I swear we had this cowboy party. And one day I just got a smaller version of this. And when I wore it, it was just inseparable. I was like, this is me. No matter what other type of hat I wear, I'm like, this is me.
Right.
So I had that one for a while. And then I graduated last year with a bigger brim. So next year, my hat probably going to be like,
Right, word. Right, facts. Now the hat.
have a kite on my head.
The hat is definitely a hit, man. The hat is
this
a
is my
hit.
signature. And I'm going to tell you, my friend from college.
Great marketing tool.
Thank you. My friend from college drew a picture of me. He saw a picture of me on IG. And he decided to draw me with my hat on.
Right.
And I was like, this is kind of fire.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, use it. He mailed it off to me and everything, the original picture, which is actually in my parents' living room right now. So he got it digitized and sent it to me too. And I ended up making my logo off of it, like,
Yeah.
because it kind of sets me apart from.
I just had an awesome idea. We're gonna talk after the show. Like seriously. No, some like immediate money. Yeah.
We on the same
Right,
page.
facts. No facts.
We on the
No
same
facts. So the hat became the signature.
You'll know
That's
it's
what
me.
they know. Right,
As soon as
right.
I come around, it's like,
Word.
it's polka. I have other hats. I had a snapback that I had put like these polka dot ribbons on it and whatnot. And for
Right.
a while, it was like, I like it, but it's not me. It doesn't
Yeah,
stand
you
out.
gotta keep it plain.
Oh yeah, facts.
So-
So y'all know what it is when y'all see the hat.
For sure.
When you
YouTube
see the
video
hat,
battles,
and
all
it's
you do is
2
see a
o'clock,
hat. You don't
and
see
it's
her.
2 o'clock in the
telling you,
morning.
it's-
When it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you happen to be up and watching Instagram and a hat comes on the screen,
It's her.
and you see
It's
it's
a me.
it's probably her. It's
You know when
probably
people
her.
say they in their bag?
Yeah.
When I'm in, when I'm in the hat, I'm in my
Right.
bag.
You in your
my
bag.
hat.
That's what's up for real, man.
I'm in my hat, baby.
I'm in my hat like a rabbit.
Right. So still making beats right now.
Yeah.
Anything in particular coming up? Has anybody been reaching out? Like, what do we got going on right now? Or if not, how can they reach out?
I've had some producers hit me up on IG just to work with me, but I'm skeptical about those things because it's like, what if I make the beat like a lot better and then you just run off with it?
Okay.
So I get skeptical.
Paper-
I don't know you. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Chart House Music Group is how you make it.
PAPER.
Exactly.
I'm just saying the
WR.
Chart House
Exactly.
Music Group. Her and OJiz might be able to make something crazy. I think they make, you know, saying OJiz is like fucking dope too. He's from Baltimore. An old friend of mine. Yeah, he's an industry producer.
He was on the show.
Grammy nominated.
Yeah, Grammy nominated.
Check out the episode with him. Yeah,
Okay.
check out the episode with him. Childhood friend of mine from Baltimore. He's dope.
Okay.
Yeah. You definitely should check out the episode with him and go follow him as well. Where can they reach you? Anybody that sees this show, we got a lot of rappers. Artist Spotlight is one of the biggest segments on the show. They're gonna be hitting you up. How do they find Polka besides looking for that?
Yeah, it literally is that because I used to have Polka the Dots Fit, and that had a lot more followers. But I was intertwining my fitness with my beats.
Okay.
You be seeing me jogging and lifting weights, and then 2 seconds later, I'm like
Right.
making a whole beat, and I'm just
Yeah.
So to me, I had to separate them. So I had started my Polka the Dots Beats page,
Okay.
and it was just a lot of skepticism with me making Spotify or anything to that nature.
Okay.
So it's guidance that I need because, like I said, it's the creation part that I was more
Right,
interested
right,
in
yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah.
And at Charter House, I'll be all right.
Yeah, here she go. Yes. That's a fact though. Like seriously.
Really is.
Like seriously. So
Yeah.
so shout out your Instagram first. First we'll do that real quick for your beats.
At Polka the Dots Beats. As soon as you put polka in, for the most part, I'm like the first person you find.
Okay.
Crazy enough.
Now,
Air horn for
now
that.
before we
Thank
close out,
Yep.
where are you on your fitness journey?
Starting over.
Starting. I love it.
I had to
I
say
love
that
it.
with the
That was
Atlanta
transparency,
Starting
man.
over.
That was it. That was transparency. Starting over.
Because I'm thick
Okay.
as fuck.
Right. I mean, there's
I
nothing
used
wrong
to
with
have
that.
an 8-pack, and I'm thick as fuck now.
There's nothing wrong with that. But so you're starting over the
peaches, man.
journey. The peaches.
I said it, I'm
Georgia
looking
has
dead in the eye.
thick peaches
The
falling
peaches.
from the trees.
It's the
Mad peaches.
Right. Yo, y'all crazy as hell, man. So you're starting over now. I saw you doing you're doing running and stuff again, or you doing any more?
Yeah, I got a bike, and I have a
Oh, I just got a bike too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I got one of my rooms is completely empty, and I'm like, damn, I could just either that or my garage I could use to expand everything. And my mom, once again, she has some stuff at her house because she's like a fitness guru.
Okay.
Like, I stopped, she never stopped. Like my
Okay,
mom
okay.
looks like she's about my age or younger. If you got,
Wow.
you'll see her on my IG.
Yeah.
We
Go on
saw
the
it,
IG
yeah,
page.
yeah.
Right. That's right. No, you're right. That's a fact.
So
That's a
she's
fact.
gonna help me out with like getting some equipment, and I might
Yeah.
just like I don't want to do the I don't like the public gyms anymore.
Okay.
Once I left my job, I used to run a vitamin shop for like 9 years. By the way, I don't think I
Right.
told you guys that, but once I started doing that, I used to be in the gyms and making all these videos like, oh, here I am. But now I'm just like, after I left vitamin shop, I became so introverted with gyms. I just want to do things like by myself.
Right. No, I feel you.
I don't want to be in that scenario.
I mean, you can
It's a
still
lot of
blog
phony
it and
stuff there.
Yeah, you can blog it and tell people about your journey, just to,
Yeah.
out of the inspiration. Your story is like super inspirational.
Yeah.
And is Polka Dot Fit?
Yeah.
Is that what it was
Yeah,
called?
Yeah, it's
Is that
literally the
still
same
there?
thing. Yeah, absolutely. It's,
Okay.
I think it's got like 4,000, almost 4,000 followers on that page.
Okay.
But I've been, anytime I do go in there, I'm like, go to my Beats page because this is what I'm really
Right,
doing
right.
right now,
Okay.
guys, with my little thick ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna fake the funk.
Right. No, but the starting over is real.
It's natural.
People need to see that. Like,
for
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
'Cause
I'm not gonna say so quarantine weight.
Yeah, no, fact, no. I am
gonna be
a
hard.
serial monogamous when it comes to the gym. I
Same
will
here.
go and I'll get a 6-month period where I'm in that bitch going crazy, right?
Right.
I see it, right? I be like, oh shit. I be in here talking my shit, and then I'll hit a downslide
And
then
like that one
for
biscuit
like
to take
a
it
month,
forever.
and
It's
it'll
so
take it away
easy to
forever.
just stay
It's
off
so
that
bad,
wagon.
bro.
Like,
It's
for
so
real,
bad,
it's
man. I
so
fall, and it's
easy.
easy to fall off. So
Yes.
people like you, if you follow her and she's like, yo, no, realistically, sometimes you fall off.
Absolutely.
And I'm getting back at it. I'll be more prone to follow you than Mr. Always in the gym, eating right every day, never make a mistake. Da, da, da. I'm
Right.
like, yo, that's not my my lifestyle.
And sometimes they gloat too much about it, to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
it discourages you.
No, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
it's like, I'm good.
Right. So make sure y'all follow Polka
Sure, for
Dot
sure.
Polka
the Dots Beats.
Polka the Dots Beats.
And Polka the Dots fits. It's the same thing,
Okay.
except you're just switching out the word.
Beats for
so
fits.
as soon as you see Polka the Dots, it's me on both
Yeah.
pages.
Follow her. We're gonna get watch. It's
Polka
gonna
the
be a
Dots
great
hat?
end of the year. No,
Yo,
stop.
you know
stop.
what's Yo, let me see.
No, I'm talking about the page.
Let me
I'm
tell
talking
you
about the
something.
page.
We're not
If
saying
I was
that.
fi-
Not on
okay,
here.
I was
We're
about
not
to
talking
say,
about that.
okay.
I was
We're
just talking
not
about the page.
We're not giving that
I
up
was
on
about
here.
to say some shit.
Yeah, please don't.
Let me
We're
shut
not
my
giving that
mouth.
away on the show until it's an announcement.
Think about
We are
pop
not.
off on me.
I
my
was
bad.
about to pop off on both of y'all.
Yo,
I was just talking
gonna
about a
keep-
page, not the
No,
I was gonna keep
not
it going.
even
All
that.
right, we done.
We're not even
making
doing that.
All right,
So, Polka,
interview over.
I'm so serious.
Keep it going.
I'm so no, we're not.
Thank you again,
Thank
Polka.
you.
Thank you guys.
We really
Nah,
appreciate
seriously.
it.
Seriously.
Nah, yeah, we appreciate
Like,
that. That was
This is a
long
first for me.
overdue.
yeah.
Normally I'll
You're
get
natural.
if there's an interview, I'm gonna get a job interview or something.
Right.
I'm just sitting there like my possessions aren't
Right.
no. I don't care about that. But this is the first time I've been in this whole scenario, so I thank you guys for that
No,
opportunity.
absolutely,
Thank
man.
you.
This is dope,
Seriously.
man. This is actually dope,
Seriously.
man. Like, your story is amazing. There will be more because there's a lot more to Polka's story than what we could get
So
here
much
on this
more.
show.
Hello,
And we got a lot more to do, you know what I'm saying, business-wise as well.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Which is why I just had to shut that down just now because they were about to spill all of the beans
But
to
you
a
know
bunch
what,
of
bro?
strangers.
It really don't matter because they're not the Chart House Music Group.
That
So
that
they
is
can
a
know,
fact.
They can know
but
whatever they want to
That
know. They
should
can't
get an
execute.
air horn.
I'm not
They
divulging
can't execute.
any trade secrets around here. But no, seriously though, thank you for doing this with us. We really, really appreciate
man,
it.
I appreciate
Keep
you guys.
working. It's going to happen.
Thank
The one
you.
thing we've learned from doing this podcast is that as long as you keep doing it and staying consistent, that it will pop.
Yes.
That's a fact. It's going to
Yes.
happen for you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Make sure that you guys are checking us out at The Levels Pod on Instagram. Make sure you check me out, CHMG_ENVIE. Remember, I am not a DJ. Do not get me sued. I am not that light-skinned guy. Where can they reach you, bro?
At Mixed by Jellz, MIXEDBYJELLZ, mixedbyjellz.com. Let's get it.
Get your wireless earphones, Mixed by Jellz wireless earphones as soon as possible. Link in the bio in all 3 of our Instagram pages. Merch. Get your
Merch for
Chart House
sure.
Music Group merch, your Levels Podcast merch. We got shirts, hats, shoes, masks, potatoes,
mugs.
greens, beans, and we got everything.
I
Go
was
in
about to
there.
hit the beatbox on them.
Sorry, that just worked. It just went, bro. It just went.
Man,
seriously,
we out of
though,
here, man.
we need y'all to buy the merch, man. Support the show.
Definitely
Please
buy the
support
merch,
the
man.
show, man. This is how we bring y'all great content.
Look at this shirt, man. Look
yeah,
at this
absolutely,
shirt.
man.
Oh, I didn't notice the
You
chain.
can't
That's
get one of
fire.
these. You cannot
get
get one of
that.
these on the link in the bio. Don't play me.
I don't even
That's
have
fire.
one.
Don't play yourself. Okay? But anyway, we'll see y'all next
Fire.
week on the Levels Pod.
Maybe I'll
Oh,
get a chain next week.
You gotta get one of these chains, bro. I mean, listen, man. This ain't in the link.
The Chart House blessed me, though. That's all.
That's a big fact. Hey,
Look,
we're gonna
we
see
out.
y'all next week, man, on the Levels Podcast.
Yes, sir.